figured.
Look, I got really good at shooting. I'm not good at anything else, really.
Speaking of which, are you still a heavy gunner, or did you specialize from there?
I'm still a heavy gunner.
Looks like I pass. Back to typing on my wish list. There's so many cybernetics.
I
Well,
failed.
Well, Mutheta, don't get too invested. This might be something you're interested in.
What? Don't you invest in what?
In your wish list yet?
Bitch, I want to write that shit up and roll at least.
All right.
Besides playing a tech priest, if I'm not lusting after knowledge and cybernetics, what am I doing with my life?
Fair point. And Commissar, you said you're abstaining from the awareness in favor of giving everyone the bonus?
Yeah.
All right. So, Mutheta, you are the only one to notice this, as the rest of the squad is recovering from their wounds or more focused on navigating the tunnels. You do see little bits of a very familiar red and black, some kind of metal, just out in the walls of the tunnel. Small bits. The red is definitely from something of Mechanicus origins. That much is unmistakable to you. The black, however, is likely, if it's from the same place as the red metal bits, it's likely from Styges 8. Are you familiar as a player with Styges 8 and its reputation?
If I recall, Styges 8 is the one that totally isn't fucking around with any Necron technology or Xenos bits. Definitely not. The Death Watch and the Inquisition have certainly never launched any raids on certain illicit manufactoria or labs. That would be ridiculous. Nothing like that happens at Styges 8.
Not Necron, but Eldar. But yes, they definitely aren't dealing with Eldar inspired technology. But there is also one of the higher ranking tech priestesses within your chain of command is from Styges 8 within the fleet. And as the little bits of metal catch the light, these look like they came from a wall. There are some larger chunks embedded and bent in the sides of the tunnel that the Hades breaching drill melted, chewed up, and then spit out.
Commissar.
Yeah.
Pull the Chimera over.
Okay. I have the pilot pull the Chimera over.
There's not really a place to pull over because you're in a tunnel from a Hades breaching drill, which is slightly larger than a Lehman Russ tank. But you're able to stop the Chimera.
I assume that's what he meant.
Yeah.
Mutheta, what's up?
Mechanicus technology embedded in the wall.
Well, I assume there was, Cogboy type stuff all over the place. The bunker, the plasma reactor was like a main power plant, from my understanding. Why is this surprising?
Different Forge world.
Does that matter?
Yes. And Mutatheta's gonna start checking it out.
Okay. Well, we'll keep you covered.
You're familiar enough with Adeptus Mechanicus procedures and layouts of their structures. This looks like it was a bunker of some sort, which would mostly house Skitarii. You're able to find a small hole that a person at a time, assuming they're not in power armor, could squeeze through. Being in power armor makes you the size of an Ogren.
Commissar, there is a bunker here.
Do you know where the front door is? It might be easier to get in that way than trying to breach the wall.
Sleuth?
And you would know the front doors. There's probably some access within like a half a kilometer, but it is certainly not in the tunnel that you can see. And the tunnel is going up. If I remember right, you do have like 30 power packs that you picked up just as spares.
We also have a crate of crack grenades and 2 melta charges.
And a plasma cannon.
Yeah, any one of those would be more than enough to fit like half a squad in at a time through.
So I would just turn to Muthane and be like, we have a melta charge if you want to try blowing through the wall. I don't know what's on the other side. If you do, this is your call. This is tech boy stuff.
Sleuth, do we have any intelligence on a Styges Mechanicus bunker being in this area?
What are the skills? Go ahead, and you've got Forbidden Lore Mechanicus, right? Go ahead and use that.
Yes. All right.
So this isn't the first time the fleet has been on the planet, and there's no records of Styges 8 sending any explorator fleets or more than like very negligible task forces. Well, I can use my words today. Negligible task forces as a like diplomatic thing more than any actual practical effect. But there has been a pretty consistent presence of both Ryza and Styges 8 tech priests within the upper ranks of the fleet. And you would recall that there have been some less on the book activities from other tech priests from the fleet. You're able to put together that this is probably a stash of some kind of theirs, or a hideout for them.
Commissar.
Engine seer.
This Mechanicus bunker may contain valuable data. repository of archaeotech. Possible black site for the fleet.
That doesn't sound like we want to go poking holes in random walls to me.
Well, Mu Theta, we have a melt charge, we have crack grenades, we have heavy plasma weaponry. How do you wish to enter this facility? I've got your back, but this is Mechanicus stuff, so you have to make the call.
Sleuth, what would it take to expand this opening?
I mean, right now a regular person could squeeze through it, so you could use like a couple dozen power packs as improvised explosives, or a handful of crack grenades, or just a couple good blasts from plasma or wow, I can words. Melta weaponry.
Can I
That's
see
possible.
far enough down there to identify what we're reaching into?
Yeah, you can just shine a light through the hole, and it looks like there's a few dozen crates in there. Most of them have a non-standard lock on the lid. One of them looks like it's also reinforced.
Hmm. Are we able to claw this open using power weapons and power armor?
It'll take longer, but yeah. Crack grenades don't have a blast property, so those are basically just a shaped charge that will explode through a little bit of rock, a little bit of wall, and not much on the other side. You might pepper the crates with spalling, but probably not enough to damage anything.
We'll do that then. And then, claw out the rest.
All right, how big are you trying to make this hole? Just big enough for you to climb through in power armor? Big enough for Gutgasha to climb through in his power armor? Chimera?
Let's just go with just big enough for me right now. After all, we don't want to try forcing the Ogren from a dark cave into an even tighter, darker cave.
Well, we have all the lights on the Chimera on, so the cave by us is actually pretty well lit. Specifically for Gutgasha's sensibilities.
Yeah. All right. Yes, we'll just get that clawed open.
Yeah. You're able to use like 4 of the crack grenades to get the bulk of the work done, and then just clean up the rough edges and make it a nicer entrance so you don't get any of your power armor snagged on some important parts of your power armor snagged on a little bit of ceramite or rebar. It takes about half an hour, but you're able to do it without any real issues.
Alrighty. I'll step in.
All right. You enter the storage room. And where would you like to start? Storage room is about 20 by 15 meters. Quick count puts around 15 crates, and then the last reinforced crate.
Is there a cogitator or any kind of, papers nearby indicating contents?
There is. You do see a little bit of parchment sticking out from under the reinforced grate. Looks like
pick
2
that up.
sheets. The first sheet is mostly notes about weather patterns in the area, mentioning a warp storm causing thunder. No lightning was seen, and then rain followed after several hours. Weird stuff like that. Second seems to be notes of inventory, not a proper ledger, but it mentions most of this is non-standard munitions. Oh, we have a person. There's Gasha. Non-standard munitions primarily for bolter weapons. There's a lot of notes of munitions depleted. And then a note at the bottom. Being tired and having to sneeze is not a good combination. A note at the bottom saying that the last expected crate has arrived and the bunker is being sealed for the time being.
I'll pass it back to the commissar.
Well, munitions are always welcome. We can load them up in the Chimera.
Works for me.
Yeah, so I have the sergeant grab some guys and haul the crates into the Chimera.
Okay. Yeah, they're able to get a bucket brigade where the crate's going.
Mhm.
And they're quickly sorting the Chimera's crew compartment for inventory.
Well, some of the lads in power armor might have to actually walk if we're, filling up the Chimera with loot.
What a horrifying prospect for a command squad.
No, just tie some rope around it and just have them drag it.
I'm not dragging Gasha behind the Chimera.
I mean, you're right on top, too.
I am not dead. I can walk. I have a battle suit.
All right. Well, Mutato, was it just these crates? Nothing else in there?
Don't believe Sleuth described a door. Did you, Sleuth?
And there was a door, but it's been welded shut and it's effectively part of the wall now.
I have an omnicide axe.
If we wanted that door open, we could open the door.
Dude.
I perform the sacred rite of opening the door with the power axe.
All right. Just to see how long this takes, go ahead and give me a strength roll.
What's the power armor do to that?
You get unnatural strength 2, so if you succeed, you add 2 degrees of success.
Yep. The Omnicine axe, everybody.
Actually, I think one of my favorite details about it is that's kind of what the back end of it is like. It seriously has a combi tool at the opposite end. So 3 degrees of success.
That is 2 degrees of success from the roll. A natural strength 2 gives you 4. Yeah, you smack it once, pretty much right in the center, and it buckles. There's a little crack down the middle, but the door doesn't collapse yet. You give it a second smack, and the door splits open right down the center. It would be a little bit of a squeeze for Gutgasher, but anyone else can pass through pretty easily. Gutgasher, it's the same size category as a Sentinel Walker, so he has trouble even getting into the bunker.
A couple of the squads have to like push him in.
Yeah, on the other side is just a stairwell going up. It does curve up and to the left.
Hey, stairs.
Then we must explore
One
up the
moment.
stairs. Oh yes, Commissar.
I turn to the sergeant and the squad and basically have him set up like a defensive perimeter that we're going to check out this Mechanicus facility. Just keep on the watch for orcs. Let me know if any hostiles appear. You know,
Yeah, he'll acknowledge your order, salute, the whole whole thing.
Well, I make sure that he has like a comm beat or something equivalent so that he can contact me if he needs to, and I can contact him.
Yeah, there's a Vox in the Chimera.
Okay. Yeah. So, all right, our back's secure. Let's go.
In we go.
Well, I
Up
mentioned
the
we all just
stairs.
like go in the room, look at the stairs, and then we all just like stare at Mutheda like, all right, you're the tech guy. This is very clearly a Mechanicus facility, so you get the honor of going first.
Yeah, Cockboy goes first.
Muthid will begin walking up the stairs. Mind your step.
Is the Psyker here?
No.
Okay.
Thank
don't-
the Omnissiah.
He'd break too many things.
He should be here shortly, though.
All right, well. Yeah, I'll follow the Cogboy up.
All right. Yeah, the stairs go up and up and up. And you were only about 100 to 150 meters depth originally. You're pretty sure you've gone up more than 200 after a minute of walking up the stairs.
By the Omnissiah, who puts a storeroom at the bottom of a 200-meter staircase.
Oh no, it's not 200 meters. It still goes up. And up.
By the Omnissiah, who designed this.
You know the Stygies hate folks, they're weird.
Damn you, Stygies!
Eventually, after another minute and a half, give or take, you do see what is what's the back of what you can assume is a hidden door based off of the little bits of rock that are sort of covering the seam. Any camouflage that was intended either wasn't meant for this side or is worn away with time. I assume you're I assume you're performing the rites of percussive maintenance again.
Yes.
Hello.
Hey,
Hello.
Hello.
Yeah.
Welcome, Valdric. My favorite psyker.
Isn't he the only psyker you know?
That's still amongst the living.
Yeah, you're able to percussively maintain this door again. You give it a few good whacks, it splits open. And on the other side, there are 3 dead Skitarii from Stygies 8, 1 dead Skitarii from Ryza, and 30 dead orcs on the far side of the room. There is, on the Ryza Skitarii, a plasma pistol. The other weapons of the Skitarii have apparently been taken by somebody or something else.
How old?
You're very familiar with tech use and pretty familiar with medicine. You're able to piece together that this would have been better part of like 3 years.
Hmm. Does this room go anywhere else?
I'm behind the orcs. There's a hole in the wall, which leads to more stairs going up.
Okay. Given where we were fighting, where the hell are we? Was there a mountain face somewhere nearby we didn't notice?
Actually, yes. There is a mountain that you'd be, well, small mountain, a large hill. You'd be, by your estimates, within the last like 50 meters of the mountain. Near the edge, near the top. The rest of this probably is just a staircase going up to the surface. Whatever you found whatever you found in the crates was probably the object of value that was hidden in this supposed black site.
Mm-hmm. Well, Euthade is going to go confirm the stairwell.
Yeah, simple enough. You're able to climb up, find a large hill. It seems very unremarkable on the hillside. It's a relatively gradual slope. And it has tree line at the top and bottom. So it's where the hill starts isn't very clear from the surface.
All right. He'll head back down. Commissar, whatever of value was in this site is in the crates we possess.
All right. Well, then let's head back to the Chimera and get out of here.
And then I guess we'll just retrieve the Skitarii bodies too.
All right.
Turn those into another tech priest.
Wait, what?
I know you meant return them to a tech priest, but the way you said it made it sound like you're just transforming 4 Skitarii corpses into a tech priest.
I think the
heresy.
I think the commissariat would have something to say about that.
Don't worry, Commissar. This is totally normal.
Wait, that Hebity.
Don't mind the cyber necromancy.
Hebity.
Why are they glowing green all of a sudden?
Praise the Omnissiah and the Dragon of Mars.
The Emperor.
Charges plasma cannon with malicious intent.
All right.
But no, when I said turn them in, I meant like turn them over to
Yes, I figured that's what you meant, but what you said could be taken as we're going to take these four Skidari, cut them up into pieces, blend them together, and make a new tech priest out of them.
And it's funnier that way.
I bet I could do it.
Isn't that how tech priests are made?
Sort of.
It's how techno heretics are made.
If you did it with just one person, you could make a tech priest. 4 would be concerningly heretical. You see, Valdric, when a tech priest decides they wish to have a successor, they clone them or find one somewhere, and then augment them, and then teach them the secrets of the machine god.
Well, certainly they wouldn't clone them. After all, cloning is techno-heresy.
Actually, that's always been one of the goofy parts about 40k. They're never entirely clear where they draw the line between cloning and any other, like, in vitro, genetic tomfuckery.
As long as you call it something besides cloning, it's fine. The Vitae Wombs of Krieg are perfectly fine. They're approved by everyone within the Greater Imperium. Yeah, you're able to descend the staircases again. You've dealt with the treacherous doors already, which clearly weren't treacherous because they're Mechanicus doors, even if they were at one point under orc influence.
They're
And
just,
you're able-
they're just following what they're supposed to do, and that's be closed.
Yeah, exactly. And you're able to return to the Chimera without any incident. Assuming that's what you were still planning on doing. I forgot where we left off when we got sidetracked.
Yes, that's what we were doing. We were returning to the Chimera. I get back in the command seat, and we begin marching up and out of this hole.
Okay. And you're able to, you have to drive slow enough for infantry to keep up with, so it's a bit of a long drive, but
Oh, that's okay.
You
It
are
keeps the wind down, which means my hat stays on my head.
oh, you're a commissar. Your hat will stay in your head even in tornado gusts.
The hat knows better.
The hat wouldn't dare leave your head for anything less than the return of the Emperor himself.
Fair.
Uh, Yeah,
I just... No, never mind.
the drill seems to have taken a relatively very gradual slope, and by relatively very gradual, I mean like 2-degree incline, to make it easier on the already damaged from its fall drill. But you are able to get back to the surface after about an hour. And where would you like to go from there?
I believe we were going to that base that we had before, that we'd met at the other regiment before, to repair, rearm, heal.
The logistics base.
Yes.
A good place to do rearm repair and medical supplies.
Very
Alright.
much so.
Yeah, you
I am
You're able
slightly
to-
wounded.
just a little bit. You did win a duel with an orc war boss though, so you got that going for you.
True.
You have a really cool you should see the other guy story. You're able to make your way back. Even if you do get lost, you're at a known position, going to a known position. The fleet is able to give you guidance from orbit if you need it, which presumably you won't. If anyone is trained in navigate surface, you'll be fine.
Is anyone here trained to navigate surface?
Navigate. No.
Yeah, I think
No.
it was
I
our
already brought
Scutarius
it
that
up
that was trained in that, and he's not here. We've been relying on that Krieg guy we picked up for piloting the Chimera.
He can pilot it. He's not great at navigating, but
Kriegsman, where we at?
Are we there yet?
the forest. But yeah, you're able to get directions from the fleet. And you get back to the logistics base shortly before sunset. They recognize the Chimera that you drove in the first place with. No, this isn't, that was a truck back then. This is a Chimera that you got from the
We've
bunker.
turned the truck into a Chimera.
Upgrades.
Upgrades, people, upgrades. They don't recognize your Chimera because you didn't leave their base with it. There are some guns pointed.
Well, I am sticking out of the command hatch, just sitting there, just like striking a pose as we drive up.
Yeah, there's guns pointed at the noise as you break the tree line. They recognize you. You see definitely some relieved faces, and the guns are all lowered, and gate opens, and you're welcomed in.
Very good.
Woohoo.
Yeah, the platoon that took out an orc war boss is a relatively known figure, apparently.
Go figure.
What?
All right. If you'd like to make your requisition rolls, this is where you'll be getting your equipment.
Yeah.
Also, where you should do any extended care tests.
Well, let's deal with the logistics first. That way we don't have our roles all mixed up. So since I'm checking into the medbay anyway, I do think I'd like to try for some auto sanguine. It's
A
very
good choice.
Like
So what can we
I saved them half of the effort because I've already drained a lot of the blood.
Yeah, steps 4 through 7 are done.
No, the holes are open too.
What about TJ?
All right,
Well, yeah,
so
holes opening is step 4.
all right, so our base is 50, and we're at a plus what?
You can use your accomplishments of single-handedly beating the orc war boss for
Okay.
2 plus 10s.
All right, I'll do that. And then, so I'll use a plus 10 on this for that. And then also I'll use a plus 10 for scavengers.
All right.
And this is auto sanguine is very rare, so it's at a minus 20, if I understand that correct.
Multiple regiments, very rare, is a -20. Yes,
And then all the stacked modifiers puts us
plus
at a
40.
plus 40. Okay.
Wow, you needed almost all of that.
I did need almost all of that. All right. So we each get 5 requisition rolls, right?
Ah,
Yes.
Okay.
Also, as a side note, this might be one of the last few requisition rules the squad has access to before the end of the campaign.
Okay. Well, then
If
we're
you
also going
want
to throw in
something,
some subskin armor.
yeah, if you want something big and expensive, now's the time to get it.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Alrighty. Sleuth, here's my list.
hmm I see it's all in Mechanicus approved caps lock.
Yes.
cruise control for awesome.
We everything is in caps and we don't use punctuation.
Of course not. That's for the peasants in the Imperial Guard.
And we have 2 instances of making it bigger.
Yes, you get 2 +10s.
There's nothing I want.
Alright, let's see here. Wait, is everything I'm getting the same rarity? Wait, no, I already have a calculus law guy. We'll start with the mechadendrites. Maximum mechadendrites.
Alright.
All right, so I couldn't find an optical, but it looks like I get a medical mechadendrite.
hmm
Let's see if I get the autosanguine and the auger array. An autosanguine and an auger array. Uh, hmm. Fuck it. Can I try again for the optical mechadendrite?
You can.
Okay, I have a really weird question. I don't know, but from the way I've been reading the rules, this would technically work.
Yes.
But I don't know if this is proper. Okay, under weapon upgrades, they have an upgrade called Extra Grip, which is a common upgrade. Now, if you look down and read Extra Grip, it says, also known as Pistol Grip. This allows a weapon to be wielded in one hand without the usual -20 penalty. So, reading this right, if I put an Extra Grip on my cannon, could I wield a second one?
Extra grip has the upgrade for any basic ranged weapon. The classes of weapon are pistol, basic, heavy, and vehicle.
Oh, okay, I see. Okay.
So anything like rifle sized would work.
Okay, put the gun. But wait, one more question. My autocannon is heavy. However, I am an Ogrim in power armor. Would that count as a size smaller because I am so big?
Um, you know what? I've got an alternative. There is a very old weapon that isn't really fielded by the Imperium anymore called a Reaper autocannon, which is basically two autocannons on the same trigger.
Yes, I want. Yes.
That would be, let's see, what are the rarities?
That is death. That is what that is.
That is a near unique weapon
No,
within the
shit.
Imperium now. It's very hard to obtain, but you have a lot of influence and a very good logistics network.
You know, I'm gonna try it anyway. I got nothing else to ask for.
All right, so that is a -40 for near unique, but all of your uh, front condition modifiers give you a +40. So you've got 5 tests at 50, 2 of which can take a +10 to be up to 60.
Can you return your current weapon? Since you're going to be upgrading anyway.
You could. What craftsmanship are you looking for the Reaper?
Who, me?
Yes, you can get common craftsmanship, which doesn't have any bonuses, or you can get
I'm gonna try to get the
best
best, I
craftsmanship.
guess.
Yeah, best craftsmanship will never jam, so you can just dump rounds downrange.
Wonderful. Let's do that. So it's 50, you said? And 2 of them get a +10, right?
Yes.
Well, I got that one right. So I didn't need but 2 rolls. I failed the first time, but I got it the second.
All right.
So I need to know the damage of that monstrosity of a gun you gave me.
Yeah, I will make up a damage profile for you because it's not in the only war books, strangely enough. As it's a weapon mostly fielded by Chaos Terminators these days.
That sounds terrifying.
Yeah, so Chaos Terminators are to Heretic Astartes, the genetically modified post-human super soldiers,
Yeah.
what you are to a normal human civilian.
Oh, wow. Oh, wow. That's crazy. That's a big leap.
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah, I thought I'd figure something smart out. I was was like, yeah, that's broken if that's the way that works.
I'm back.
Welcome back.
I'm armed with ice cream.
Very nice.
What does a good quality do to the rarity of a item?
Uh, to the rarity, it adds a +10 to the logistics rating. It doesn't affect the rarity itself.
Okay, well that's kind of the same thing, but yeah.
There are very small mechanical differences, but yeah.
Yeah. So those 3 rolls, Sleuth, were Inferno bolt shells.
Uh-huh. All right, let's see. That's
It gives my shots the flame quality.
And I just got a chameleon line cloak and a good quality aspect.
yeah, under you're able to get a effectively inexhaustible supply. Your Inferno bolts will last effectively the rest of the campaign.
Mm-hmm.
So now his ammo burns with the same righteousness that the commissar does.
Yes.
And also our heavy gunner is gone, replaced by a presumably possessed by a very angry machine spirit.
Well, he's
We can no
inside the
longer
tank.
see him.
Yeah, he's inside the tank, so the tank is just making angry noises.
Right?
You've got a Camellia line cloak, so I'm joking that no
okay,
one can see you anymore.
on.
It's just a possessed gun.
No, you did, and there's a weird blue glow for some reason.
The machine spirit of Harkin's gun is quite bellicose. You can still hear him cursing out the Xenos every once in a while.
This is how we're pimping, in our chimera and power armor and plasma cannons.
Yeah, checks out.
Where is all these qualities? Was there? There is. All right. There's the stat block for that, mister.
Oh Jesus. Oh God. Oh good God.
Yeah. Luckily, you've already got a belt feeding mechanism, because this will burn through ammo very quickly. All right.
Damn, he uses twice as much ammunition. Holy jeez.
Yeah, very quickly.
But he gets an extra additional hit for 2 or more successes.
Yes. It didn't go out of service because it was ineffective. It went out of service because they could
So
barely
fucking
keep up with
baked.
supplying with ammo.
It's so fucking baked, dude.
How many rounds does it fire per second? Yes.
Yeah, a
It
regular
takes an
autocannon.
additional round to load when it runs out, but I got bell fed, so that'll never happen.
A regular autocannon fires like bam, 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 bam. This fires more like.
Have one mounted on each side of me.
It fires so many rounds so quickly, it could be mistaken for a las cannon for those without augmetics.
A powered armored Ogren is not a flying vehicle, but this will provide a source of reverse thrust.
Hey, what was in those Mechanicus crates we picked up? Anything usable?
Oh yeah. We should check that out.
What's in the box?
All right. Uh, Gilbert, you have a Omnicyanax. It is very easy to get in, as the locks were designed to open with an Omnicyanax.
I'd hope so. That's like half the uses of this thing.
All right. It's easy to open without breaking because of the multi-tool part.
Yeah,
It is
that's the half of the functionality I was referring to.
It's also the other half of the functionality, except without the without breaking part.
It's great. I got so many combi tools. I got one on this Mechadendrite. I got one at the end of a fucking sharp power stick.
All right. Where did I put my notes? Question of the ages for me. All right. One of these crates is full of mortars. Not the launchers, just the mortar shells. One has a few bolt casings for bolter weapons lying in it. It appears to have been mostly emptied. 3 are actually empty. Another 2 have a single bolter magazine left. But where was... one has a handful of grenades that are very carefully packed. It is a Foot Locker, essentially, with 5 grenades, and the rest of the space is occupied by packing. They were apparently not keen to see these explode on them.
Are they just normal frag grenades, or?
They look like frag grenades in the case, but if you take them out, you will see that they're actually hallucinogen grenades.
Okay. Well, yeah, we need to be careful with those.
Where's the hallucinogen table?
170.
Yeah,
It's a very fun table.
yeah.
Commissar, I'm straight tripping balls.
Pretty good. Party. Trying to show everybody my pretty new gun.
I see the machine god, and he's an ogre with a funny hat.
There is a crate, also very carefully packed, of heavy plasma flasks, which, again, they were keen on having it not blow up. More empty crates. A few stray bolter shells. And then, are you opening the reinforced crate too, or are you leaving that one?
Praise the Omnissiah.
I'm going to take that as you're opening the reinforced crate.
Bless my can opener.
Such a
This one-
finely crafted fucking axe, and he uses it as a common can opener.
I've got the attachment. It's not heresy.
This one's actually giving you some trouble. Can you give me a security test?
Hmm.
Well, I'll do my inspirational stuff to help him out.
That would be very helpful. I'm trying to figure out, with all the shit I have plugged into me, if I have anything that helps with security.
Looks at the crate of crack grenades.
No. No, the manipulator.
I mean, this campaign, we really haven't unlocked anything. We've really just decided to remove the impediments to our forward motion.
There hasn't been a lot of potentially fragile stuff that you want to keep intact.
You're back.
Wait, what? This thing comes with a fucking mono blade? My god, I got so much shit on here. I don't even know what I got.
You learn something new about yourself every day. Soon the tech priest will learn that he even has a heart.
It's in his foot, but he has it.
No, it's still there. I didn't replace it with an augmetic.
Yeah.
I would like to do a trade-in. My best craft shield for a best craft suppression shield.
All right. I will get to that in a moment. Musato, is that 16 your security roll?
Yes.
Wonderful. Inside, you find a pistol. It has
Yes.
a very old sigil on the hilt.
Yes.
What forbidden lores do you have?
I have forbidden lores in Adeptus Mechanicus and Archaeotech.
Go ahead and roll forbidden lore Archaeotech.
Commissar can have that bonus.
Of course.
Ooh, I have to take a call.
That's good because I have to start checking all the various bits and bobs that I have that give me bonuses.
All right. Well, in that case, I'll be right back.
I shall also be right back.
Please hold. Well, tech priest dot executable file loads.
I returned.
I think I passed the test.
All right. Musato, what did you get on your forbidden lore tests? That was a 57 on a 95.
Yes.
Uh-huh. Uh, this is not the sigil of a Forge World. This is the sigil of a individual smith. A very old one from Holy Terra that originated in the Dark Age of technology.
Happy binaric noises.
Mechanically, this pistol has a range of 80 meters. Let me find where the last pistol is.
I found a picture of Mutheta right now.
It's not vibrating nearly enough. Yeah, so it's a las pistol with a range of 80 meters, a full auto rate of fire of 5, and a penetration of 4, and the accurate trait.
Do you have a printout of that I can type up?
I will type one up for you.
Oh, good. I can just type it up. I was wasn't certain if you already had it like printed out or something.
Nope. I do not prepare that much ahead.
Okay. So it's a las pistol.
Range 80.
1 second. Archeolas pistol. Range 80. All right.
Rate of fire is single, burst 2, full auto 5.
Single dash 2 dash 5.
Pen 4. The normal 1d10 plus 2 damage.
Where's pen? Oh, here's here. Pen 4. When you said D10 plus what?
And the normal 1d10 plus 2.
Alrighty.
And then the specials, the traits are reliable and accurate. Oh, and also the clip goes up to 70.
All right. Thank you, Salute.
Mhm. Okay. All right. Well, you are in friendly territory. You've been given an indefinite amount of downtime to recover from your injuries. What would you like to do?
I'd like to recover from my injuries.
I'd like them to bolt the cybernetics into my body.
All right.
Oh yeah, and I think what the commissar and one other one of us have.
Well, yeah, I figured I'm probably gonna, have them implant the stuff while I'm healing, since half the work's been done for them.
Yeah. I believe the commissar was into critical damage, and Gutgasha was at 0 wounds.
I mean, I patched him up.
You did.
He mostly just had a really hurt tummy.
Yeah. That was a big hole in his tummy. But he was being very brave about it.
That he was.
He fixed me right up.
And because he was very brave and very nice, the Emperor gave him a present.
It's the good Ogren sticker.
And a really big cut.
Really big, really dangerous gun, yes. dangerous to people on the wrong side of it. You are clearly on the right side of it because you're on the Emperor's side.
Great.
All right. But Muthaid, are you going to be handling the Medicaid roles for extended care?
I don't believe so because I am getting all of my augmetics added. Am I able to
Yeah,
do
I think we would
extended
want to.
leave care at the same time I'm undergoing my own cybernetic implantations?
Well, we would probably want to get the implants before we do the healing because the implants help with healing.
They do.
No, I'm uninjured, so
I can fix
they
that.
have to injure me.
Yeah, you're able to like have the other tech priest, the one that's actually assigned to this logistics hub, implant the cybernetics in you while you're not tending to your extended care patients.
Would that just make it take more time?
No. I mean, you are almost as much machine as you are man, but you still need downtime.
Man, I don't
Yeah.
think I was that manly.
I mean, we're only taking like 4 or 5 days. It's not like we're taking tons of downtime.
Yeah,
I think actually mine might take a while.
How long do they take a piece?
Oh, I have no idea.
I'll be back.
So, what's the roll trade best craft common to best craft extremely rare?
That is a question I will have to find. Common to extremely rare. Why will it's not open for? There it is. Common to extremely rare is from a 20 to minus 30, so that's a. Alright, so you'll be requisitioning at a score of 50, a logistics rating of 50. You have a plus 40 from the war conditions, and it was extremely or very rare.
Extremely rare.
Extremely rare is a minus 30. So you'll be looking at a 60 without a trade-in. You have 5 attempts. You can use scavengers for a plus 10, but complications arise on doubles. You have 2 plus 10s from the platoon taking down the orc war boss. And then trading in a, what craftsmanship shield was it? Best craftsman?
Yes.
Best craftsmanship shield will give another, I'll call that a plus 10. Are you just going for a common craftsmanship suppression shield, or?
Best craftsmanship.
All right. So that would be a minus 25 for best craftsmanship.
Although What's because it looks like good and best craftsmanship have a locked to, so I can wield my gun and the shield. But I'm not seeing anything else that's different from good versus best.
Best craftsmanship is the suppressant shield is a piece of armor, right?
It is classified as a melee weapon.
Sounds weird.
It is a shock
Um,
weapon.
All right. Melee weapons have a +5 on weapon skill with good craftsmanship and a +10 on best craftsmanship. So it would give you a bonus to hitting and parrying with it.
Well, I was more looking for the AP, so I'll stick with good craftsmanship then. So I get the APs and still wield a rifle at the same time.
Yep.
That's a minus.
-10.
Right, I'm back.
Yeah, the book says to have good at -30 and best at -50, but I decided -10 and 25 before I saw that, so we're sticking with that. Oh, wow, it's kind of late.
What are you talking about? It's 9:16.
Yeah, I thought it was like 8:30.
Dude, we got started at like 8:30.
We got started at like 7:40. All right, Valdrick, it looks like you're able to get your suppression shield.
Yep.
What would you like for your other outdoor requisitions?
Well, these aren't requisitions, but I noticed we can do customization, and custom grip just adds a +5.
I believe that just takes some downtime.
Which we got a bunch of.
You got a bit of. If you tell your commissar you've got a bunch of downtime, he's going to think you're lazy.
But I'm not lazy. I'm working on a custom grip, bettering my equipment.
All right. I have to make minor changes to the weapon. Extensive changes would invariably violate standard doctrine and draw the ire of superior officers.
What was that?
Uh, Extensive changes are frowned upon. Minor changes that are just personalization get a blind eye turned to them.
Yeah, like custom grip,
Yeah,
so I can hit things better.
yeah. Weapon customizations may only be applied to a piece of equipment that is part of the standard regimental kit or favorite weapon of the soldier's regiment. It's basically starting gear or favored regiment gear, which we didn't really go over, but
Like I just want my long last for another bonus and a force sword.
fuck, I'll say you can customize any war gear you find as long as you have downtime for it. We'll just
Already,
waive that part of it for now. Ah, the fun part. Guardsmen never have sufficient exposure or training to safely customize more specialized weapons. It's not a standard kit. You can do it, but complications might get more complicated. All right. All customizations require a routine plus 20 trade armor test. Characters who suffer 2 or more degrees of failures damage their weapons, requiring it to be returned to the supply depot for replacement. If the supply depot is unavailable, which it's not right now. Yeah, so routine plus 20 trade armor test.
could someone
Good luck.
assist me with that?
Trade armor.
Is
Did someone say trade armory?
Yeah. I need a custom grip so I can shoot things better.
Well, I can inspire you about that.
Okay. All right. Let's see. 55 plus 10 plus 10, 75. One moment.
Plus 20 for the routineness.
Of course. Okay, so I need to roll it. I need to roll better than a 95.
I do believe a 68 is below a 95 by a little bit.
Hooray.
Yeah, you're able to, within a couple minutes, get the grip fitted for Valdric to use competently for a psyker. Especially the scoundrel who's broken your screens and your cogitators. Treacherous bastard he is.
Well, the more damage I can do with the gun, the less damage I need to do with psychic abilities.
Allegedly. All right. Were there any more requisitions to be made?
Well, the only thing I can think of is changing my power armor for best craft power armor. Or my displacer field for a personal field. but that said it had a limited life.
Where is power armor? Is that in Shield of Humanity?
Power armor is near unique.
All right. They don't have best craftsmanship power armor available at the moment. That's something you would have to return to the fleet and basically forge yourself.
Ah,
Or put in an order for it and wait potentially a couple months.
what about a power field personal? How would that work?
Power fields. Personal power field, near unique. Power field. Smells are heavy backpack size affairs. Large model size of sentry weapons. Users are automatically encumbered. Yeah, you can requisition a common. What are they? Near
Would that
unique.
encumber me with the power armor?
Yes, the power armor already has a backpack power supply.
Alright, I guess I can stick with the displacer field.
What does encumbered even do? Encumbered E.
This is how I imagine Mutheta looked when he opened that crate and saw that pistol.
Ooh, Valdric, if you just want the protection of the power field and not quite as much portability, there's a power field for vehicles that extends, I think it was a meter around the vehicle, so anyone standing right next to it would also be in it.
Well, I mean, I might as well get it for the vehicle. I got plenty to spare, and I don't know what else to spend it on.
Excuse me a moment.
You can also requisition things for other people if you want. it is entirely up to you. It's your requisitions. It doesn't have to be your war gear. You can pass along if you don't want anything, or you can just buy big stuff to have. Or you can buy Amasec and get drunk and not have to deal with the commissar sober.
All right, so I'll get the vehicle power field and camelioline cloak that work with the power armor.
Yes.
Cool. Because minus 30 penalty to just attack me if I'm not moving. That's great.
Mhm.
What do I need to roll for the vehicle?
The vehicle shield is very rare. That would be minus 20 with a plus 40 from the war conditions. Just looking at a 50-70.
We got a very rare for free, right?
Up to rare. And that's only for
Up to
tools.
rare. Okay. Camel cloak is free then, and I'll roll for the vehicle power field. So we start with a 50 and we get a 40, and then it was minus 20, and then plus 10, plus 10.
Yes.
All right. Who's keeping track of the vehicle?
I think Ruffles was.
I'm back. What's up?
I can note down that we have the shield for it.
The vehicle now has a power shield, and if we are inside it, we are hard to hit.
Well, yeah, that's the point of being inside of a armored personnel carrier.
But now
Right,
it's a shielded armored personal carrier.
It helps protect people like me who decide to stick half their body out the command hatch.
You drive closer. I want to hit them with my sword.
Exactly.
Well, I got 3 more requisitions if people need them.
So technically, the Camellia cloak is not tools. But I'll allow it.
Thank you.
Camellia cloak is considered worn war gear. But on the other hand, grab shoots and grapnel lines are also worn gear, and they're in the tool section. So are mag boots.
Yeah, what's the difference between a tool and worn clothing, right? Clothes are just tools to defend against the weather. And in this case, the weather happens to be lasers and bullets.
A hail
Oh.
of gunfire still counts as hail.
You know, I'm scrolling through the Shield of Humanity or whatever, and on the ranged weapons page, you know, going through them, it's like, okay, integrated weapon, handheld weapon, volcano cannon. Hold on, volcano cannon. They just
Yeah.
fucking stuck a vehicle weapon in with all the pistols and guns.
Yeah. They have a stat block for a Bane Blade in the core rulebook. Now you also have a Shadow Sword that you can make.
So, what we doing?
Well, does anybody have either recommendations for me for my requisitions,
What gun
or
do you
do you
use?
want your own? I use a long last.
An extended barrel, or perhaps a scope?
I have a red dot laser sight.
Isn't there some kind of like a omnispec scope we can get this man?
I do believe there is an Omniscope.
Yep. It's nice.
And it's only near unique. Combines the benefits of a Presense sight, laser or red dot laser sight, and a telescopic sight. For any basic size, las, solid projectile, bolt, low tech, or plasma weapon. Which gives me the very confused image in my head of an omniscope on a bow.
Okay, I'll upgrade my red dot laser sight to an omniscope.
Alright, omniscope is near unique. Why do I keep closing this tab with the logistics? Near unique is flat roll of 50. Are you trading in your red dot sight?
Yeah.
It's scarce. We'll call that a plus 10. You're looking for a 60. You got Scavenger Doctrine, and have you used both of your Killed the War Boss bonus?
Yeah. Near unique is what, minus 40 or 30?
40.
I'm just starting to think about getting it, and I just trip over it.
You get the thought, hey, you know, it would be neat, and one is just placed in your lap. Like, in the mess hall. The answer was
Yep.
yes, they do know it would be neat.
All right. 2 more.
2 more.
Do we want any vehicle upgrades?
Well, we
Do you?
got the force field already.
Maybe we can requisition a squad of troopers.
We've already got 3.
3 squads?
Yeah.
Yeah.
2 infantry and a cav.
I mean, okay. So we got a psyker, a tech priest, a commissar, 1 Ogren, gunner. Well, by Dawn of War standards, we have a couple of hero units, a couple of basic guardsmen, and a criminally understaffed Ogren group and heavy gunner team.
The Ogren group is very understaffed, so they just took the biggest regular humans they could find and stuck them in the Ogren regiment.
You know, if we capture Relic Point and have enough requisition, we could try to build the Bane Blade.
There's a stat block for it.
Fucking Valdric, roll for the Bane Blade. Let's see if we can convince
Yeah.
them to give it to us.
Important question. Do you want the Baneblade, the Stormlord, or the Shadow Sword?
Bane Blade for the memes.
The Bane Blade.
Which
It
one
is
has
the
the most
Bane.
DACA?
They all have the most DACA in a different way.
The Bane Blade is a Bane Blade. The Shadow Sword is a Bane Blade if it replaced a good chunk of its armament with a big fucking las cannon that can be used to hunt titans. And the Stormlord, if I recall, is the one that goes, but let's have even more bolters. Bolters everywhere. Vulcan mega bolters. Daka, 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 daka.
Yeah, they swap out their main gun for, was it like 3 bolter miniguns?
Yeah, if I was to stick with the Bane Blade. Big gun. Big fuck off gun.
Alright, I'd like to requisition a Bane Blade.
Alright.
Wait, aren't you a psyker?
Yes.
I'm requisitioning it for whoever wanted it.
Do it. Do
Because
it.
the squad strength is my strength. I mean, your strength, Commissar. Our strength is your strength,
Let's see.
and your strength is good.
It doesn't give a rarity, but I think this is slightly more rare than a near unique suit of power armor. So,
So we'll call it almost unique.
Mostly unique?
let's say before any of your personal modifications, you're looking for a 30 given your front conditions and the rarity of your request.
Captain, could we have a Bane Blade?
No, we just have to find the 30 that got shipped off from that one sector.
Our fleet's the one that took them.
Looking more and more like a Blood Ravens attachment by the day.
Fucking, what was it, Calriva? I think it was Calriva.
I think.
Except that we're not Astartes.
In spirit.
We got it!
Hey!
Hey, what you got there, Captain Borealis?
The Bane Blade.
Alright. I am legally obligated to find the video now.
Like, hey, Commissar, where do you want this Baneblade?
Yes.
They just gave it to me.
Yes.
Thank you, Mutheta.
Do we want another one? So how many tanks are we allowed to have?
We're turning ourselves into an armor detachment.
Let's get a Stormlord if we're going for a second one.
This is getting goofier by the second.
Uh-huh. Sir, the Lieutenant Commissar squad has just commandeered a Chimera, a Baneblade, and a Stormlord.
What do you mean we?
Wait, hold
What
on.
do you mean we attached a super heavy armor regiment to the lieutenant? You didn't attach. They became a super heavy squadron.
I mean, it was just the next upgrade up from power armor.
Right there. We've got like detached infantry in power armor.
I should just start ordering our squads with power armor.
I mean, fine, yeah, see if you can give us a Stormlord as well. Screw it. We will ride
Right.
into battle in style.
All right. So,
Just keep rolling. Everyone gets a Baneblade.
We roll
It's
in with
the
a
Stormlord.
squadron of Baneblades.
The Baneblade!
do we
Since the
have enough
Stormlord is
drivers?
We don't have any drivers. We've got
Dear
the
God, guys, we installing the Apocalypse mod? What the fuck is this?
Yep.
We remember that Kriegsman that we picked up in the bunker?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's been our driver of the Chimera.
It's
Are
alright. I know
drivers
how to
sold
drive.
separately?
No, I
we
can
need to-
drive.
Well, you're manning the gun though. You're the gunner.
No, but I can drive. I can do both.
I think they're physically different seats.
And our
Well, no, I
squadron
just stay on
drive?
one note. I'll drive a little bit, get out, go to the other seat. I mean, there's 13 guns. I'll be busy.
You're just
Yeah,
gonna do
with
like the
the Bane-
battlefield bit where you like jump out of the vehicle, run to the other seat, hop in, shoot
Yep,
some
yep.
guns, jump out, run over to the driver's seat, hop in, drive the tank around.
around,
With the Baneblade, the driver's seat and the gunner seat are like 15 meters apart, and the quickest path between them is over the hull.
Yeah.
Well,
Look,
what
I'm
I
gonna
mean
be
though
getting
is,
a lot of exercise, but it'll be
well,
fun.
Arkin, you can be in the Baneblade, right? Because you'll be the gunner, I'll be in the commander seat. We'll grab the Kriegsman driver we've been using for the Chimera. We'll install the power field on it, and we're like the tip of the spear. We'll
Mhm.
stick the Stormlord on the flank with the Psyker in it.
Alright, well.
And
Oh, the Stormlord has one driver. So less people are affected by my psychic phenomena.
exactly. And it's still a Stormlord, so you can literally just drive into the enemy lines, blasting away, and then start psyching it up.
All right,
And
so is it the
don't
same
worry.
role for a Stormlord?
Because the Stormlord is a variant and not the base model, you're going to be looking for a 15.
Do it.
And
do
a
it.
very good explanation to the quartermaster.
I'm typing it up now.
You gave me lots of requisitions.
I
Your fault.
did. Oh no, this isn't my fault. This is though I don't feel bad about what's going to happen next.
I guess
Did
I
I
won't
use
need my
my fate?
justification after all.
I can use my fate.
You do
Do it.
have a fate, and I believe you have another requisition if that fails.
I thought this was my last one.
Is it?
We got it.
Oh, all right.
Because we got Stormlord, Baneblade, Vehicles Power Shield, Goodcraft Suppression Shield, and the Omni Scope. And then the Chameleon Cloak was the free, no roll rare.
We should probably move the power shield to the Baneblade.
Oh, we already did.
Okay, good.
Okay, so I had to turn away there for a second. What is that? 24 out of 25?
That's for the Stormlord.
15 plus 10 is 25.
There you go. Here's the explanation for why we need these two super heavies.
And for your last roll there, Valdrick, how about some crew?
They give us the keys and the fucking tanks, but they don't give us the crew.
Yeah, but you said we had like 3 squadrons, right?
Of
Of
infantry.
infantry.
They can drive, right?
No, they
Look.
could not.
If they could drive, they'd be armor crews.
These are explicitly the Kriegsmen who couldn't pass a driver's test.
Yeah, the one Kriegsman infantry who could drive is used to driving his CO around in a Centaur. The fucking
Now
Imperial.
we've stuck him in a goddamn Baneblade, and I'm just sitting on top there going, and we're going that way.
Yeah, he's gone from the equivalent of a golf cart to an Abrams tank that is duct taped to 3 other Abrams tanks.
It's just. Hey, don't forget there's a Tiger tank and a Panzer in there.
And a mouse, for good measure.
It's a KV-1 if it actually worked.
Guys, and this is what it turns out, like, the next couple encounters aren't even against orcs. It's against fucking, like, Gretchens. Just hordes of Gretchens. They're busy putting up a fucking road sign, and we just hit them with the fucking Baneblade. Oh my god, it feels like we're gonna be so over-leveled.
Oh, don't worry. Nobody knows how to use these vehicles right. It's not going to be pretty, even if it works.
But it's gonna be fucking hilarious.
All right, what do I need to drive?
Requisition a crew.
Yeah.
I suggested that before the second tank.
I thought the crew would have come with the fucking tank.
Crew not included.
Who the hell has crew sold separately?
Normally they issue these out to regiments that know how to drive them.
What? What are the batteries not included either? That he give us the fucking power generator?
No, the battery are included. Gas, however.
Fuck you.
Well, if he's asking for him, obviously he knows how to drive them, right?
What complete and utter jackass would ask for the largest tank in the Imperium if they don't even know how to drive?
Someone
No,
who
we don't
thought
need
they
to
would
send
say
them
no.
The fucking logistics corps and whoever's in charge are like, yeah, give them the tanks. But sir, what if they misuse them? They won't be able to. None of them know how to drive.
Jokes on them, I still know how to drive.
Don't worry, I've
We-
seen their squad's training reports. One of them might know how to drive.
Why does this tank have 6 pedals when there are only 4 directions?
No, the Baneblade's got 9 pedals.
Get
We
this thing
just need,
fucking stuck on a rock.
No, it's 9 pedals and 6 levers.
We just need navigate surface, right?
No, operate surface. Navigate is for navigating.
Navigate is to find a way from point A to point B without making 3 circles and a second detour.
Commissar,
Well-
we need to kidnap an armory, a group of fucking. We need to kidnap some drivers.
Whoa. There's no kidnapping. We're going to salvage some drivers.
What? No, I'm just gonna walk into the fucking lunchroom and be like, I'm Commissar Mossab Tenebris. I need like 2 drivers and some tank crews as volunteers for a mission critical to the Imperial. Who's, stand up if you volunteer.
All right.
Fuck it, let's give it a try.
Uh-huh. That would be well, you would have a choice of charm, command, intimidate. Basically, any of your social skills.
Okay, we're going with command.
Does he get a bonus if I'm there next to him with the plasma cannon?
He gets a bonus because fucking he's telling a logistics crew that they get to drive the coolest tank they've ever seen.
Fair enough.
Under the coolest commissar they've ever seen.
With the nicest hat.
It's
I'm gonna
gotten
fate point that.
even bigger.
Son of a bitch!
Can I fate point that?
I'll allow it.
Try again, Commissar.
There we go.
Hey, those multiple tiers of success?
Like, the entire lunchroom is rushing out. Like, they're leaving a perfectly good meal behind because they heard a cool tank.
We're just at this point we're gonna steal the entire fucking base.
No, there's a couple other crews.
There
The
is
whole
a
base won't fit in the
stunned
tank.
They can bring their own
maybe 2
vehicles.
of them.
We're gonna be like Kelly's heroes by the end of this, you know.
There's a stunned silence for almost a full minute as this logistic crew, a bunch of pencil pushers and number crunchers, is asked to not command, but pilot and crew the biggest tank in the Imperial Guard for the coolest commissar in the region. It is pretty hard to beat Caiaphas Kane. You're probably a close second, though.
Fair enough.
I mean, I will say
Um,
that you've been giving Commissar Holt a good run, and Gaunt.
The Umbra.
Yeah, one of the coolest commissars in the Imperium for sure. And the entire mess hall of right now 30 people of the 50 on the base gets up. About half of them still have their food in hand, and they walk out to the motor pool to see what the hell you're talking about.
And there's our Baneblade, our Stormlord, and the Chimera.
Yeah, they are all volunteering,
Excellent.
including the sergeant who is in command of the station's Vox.
Okay. Well, so I start splitting them up. Just I just pull up whatever they have for like I assume they have like HR files, like personnel files. That's what they're called. Personnel files, and people in the best position for their talents. I don't expect them to be particularly good at this, otherwise they would be in an armored company, but, I'll take what I can get.
Even if they're mediocre shots, that is a lot of ammo going downrange, and it's a lot of big ammo.
Exactly. We don't
It'll
need to be
hit
that
something.
accurate. Right.
So are you looking to fully staff both of these Bane Blades with schmucks you pick up, or are you going to supplement your existing crew with them?
So, I think we're going to supplement for the main Bane Blade. I'm commanding it. I'm going to stay with our Kriegsman driver because he did really good with the Chimera and he can drive the Bane Blade for me. Arcan's the primary gunner on that one, but I believe there's like 4 other gunner seats on a main Bane Blade.
There's like 11.
Bane Blade stat block.
I'll just look at the crew.
1 commander in the turret, 1 driver, 5 gunners, and then 2 loaders.
Right. So I assume one of the gunners is running the main gun, and that's Arcan. I assume you want the biggest gun, Arcan.
Hell yeah, big gun.
Yeah. So he gets the biggest gun. Then he's got 4 subordinate gunners from these volunteers and the 2 loaders. The Stormlord, I think Valdric is the equivalent to the commander there. And then give him driver gunners. Unless Valdric, there's a different position in the tank you want. But I figured the commander seat would let you actually use your psychic abilities.
So I'll go in the second tank.
Yeah, you're basically taking command of the Stormlord, and that way if you have a incident, it only affects that tank and not the other tank.
Yep. Just charge me right in, ram the enemy, and I'll melt them.
Exactly. We form the base of fire. You're the deep strike. Now, for Mu, Theta, and Gut Gasha, we have the Chimera you guys could use, or you could just walk outside. Whatever you guys want, really.
Gotcha.
There's a part of me that's deeply sad at not being able to be touching the engine of that thing. That being said, I don't think I'd fit.
Yeah, only the Chimera doesn't have that open back.
And the Stormlord does have a troop carry compartment. It is basically a APC scaled up to super heavy tanks. It can carry the entire infantry platoon.
I think I'll be in the Chimera.
Okay.
That way, inevitably, when like the Gargant gets fucking teleported around us, they'll want to fight the biggest, shootiest thing instead of me. I know how the Apocalypse mod plays. No one ever targets the fucking Chimera.
Right. So yeah, then the rest volunteers to fill out the Chimera, so you get driver gunner. I assume Mu Theta, you're taking command of the Chimera.
Yeah, I'll take command of the Chimera. Have my servitors riding with me.
Yeah, I don't want to put the infantry in the Stormlord. I want them actually on flanking positions of the Baneblade. Because you know what you call a tank that doesn't have infantry support?
Dead.
A very expensive pile of scrap?
Yes. To both of you.
Well, it's also convenient why we have the shield. Oh, and the Stormlord.
Yeah, I'm not saying that, we'll instantly die, but they're orcs, so I want the infantry close in on the tank, because otherwise orcs are going to crawl all over it to be really annoying.
Fair enough.
Oh yeah, those orcs are gonna look at the tank and be like, I want to fight right on top of that.
Yeah, they're going to want to pull like an Indiana Jones in The Last Crusade, fight on top of the tank.
When orcs are fucking growing in the dirt, it's just they're just racial memories of every action movie ever done.
Yep. Mm-hmm. And then I'm guessing, Gutgasha, you just want to walk next to the tank and shoot everything? Yeah, okay.
I'll take that as a yes, yeah.
Yeah, I'll take that as a yes from the ogre. Yeah. And then we've got the light cav as the tank scout so that we can actually find the enemy. Because I think the tank is a little slower. Yeah. Yeah, the tank can only go 25 km.
meters.
Yeah.
It is as fast as your Ogren on foot. Roughly.
Yes. Right, yeah. So we'll use the Krieg Cav as scouts. Find the enemy for us to then bring our full force to bear. All of this happening though, like with pulling the people off the logistics side of things, after we all get healed up. We don't want to deplete them before we, use them to heal.
All right.
And then it turns out, because we took half the logistics base, our supply line collapses and we get 20 kilometers out of the base before we run out of gas.
You get 20 kilometers out of base, you haven't even been driving for an hour. You're still in line of sight because you're in one of the biggest ground vehicles that isn't a knight.
It isn't that we've really just wrecked this logistics space. We are now a mobile, forward operating logistics base. With lots of guns.
So many guns. All right. So how long does it take to get all your cybernetics in and then all your healing done?
Well, with cybernetics, can they install multiple ones at the same time?
Generally, yes.
Then, according to the rulebook, it takes 2d10 days minus 1 day for each point of toughness bonus.
All right. 2d10.
Min 1.
All right, so right now it looks like you're going to be here for about 2 Terran weeks.
Apparently my auto sanguine was harder to install than the commissars.
Yeah, I mean, installing the auto sanguine and the subdermal armor takes like a day. Don't know what they're doing to you.
Ironically, they have to get through all my augmetics, through my subdermal armor. They're having to install an internal thing underneath layers of other shit.
Ah, yes, the
Yeah,
GM step 1 of changing the spark plugs. Drop the engine.
Yeah, kind of.
It's the same problem they had with the battleship you mentioned earlier. There's just too much armor plating in the way. Luckily, Museta is not drowning in the bottom of the harbor, but it is not very pleasant, surprisingly enough.
Really?
Yeah, it turns out being in surgery for 2 weeks is, a little bit uncomfortable. Just a little bit. All right, but you're going to be in extended care for a bit.
Yes.
Museta is going to be a bit busy with cybernetic upgrades, so the FBO's Medicaid will add you to its list of patients.
Okay.
And I need to find out how extended care works.
Is this where I would get the maglev coil?
The what?
I have maglev coils.
For what?
I just got them that one day. We looted them. And I was told
you-
that they need to be implanted.
Oh, right, you weren't there for that. I did say that you could have them implanted on your way to the war boss fight, but if you
Okay.
didn't have them implanted already, yeah, you'd be getting that done now.
Yeah, I just had them in the gear.
126.
Yep. All right. Um, 24-hour period of extended care, Medicaid plus 10. Remove double normal amount of degrees of success. One additional point per consecutive day of extended care. All right, so on the first day, you remove 6 wounds.
+2 from auto sanguine.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So I remove 8.
Gut Gasha, if you're also sitting in the med bay for extended care, this would apply to you too.
Okay.
Okay, I have 9 current wounds.
Wow. This guy is having some trouble patching up. Wow.
Patching up who?
Me.
Everybody.
Golly, I wonder why he's having trouble patching up the commissar.
I'm just sitting there, bolt gun with inferno shells just across my lap.
He's trying to not kill you in the process, but there's a whole lot of meat that's not where it's supposed to be.
He's like having to consult the auto sanguine stuff. Where it's like, okay, don't do this. Here we go.
Yeah, I think by this point, you've just over natural healing finish up the rest of your wounds.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god. This must be the unluckiest Medicaid in the regiment.
We're not taking him if he volunteers.
He would have volunteered, but he was not in the mess hall when you made the announcement. All right, there you go. Yeah, I think you've fully healed as he spent 4 days trying to figure out how to work around an auto sanguine system. unsuccessfully. Gut Gasha, by this point, you would have healed a total of 15 wounds. Is Mr. still here?
Yes.
All right. You have been healed 15 wounds through extended care and natural recovery. A lot of
Cool.
natural recovery because this guy spent so much time trying to figure out how to not kill the commissar.
Cool.
Do you still have wounds? Are you back
Two.
to full health?
I have 2 wounds. I'm at 25 out of 27.
All right, those get healed on the next day. So yeah, the auto
Sweet.
sanguine finishes patching up the commissar, and then the Ogrin, who was almost as much meat in the wrong place but without an auto sanguine, walks out 2 days later.
I have no scars.
And at that point, Mu Theta is about halfway through the cybernetic implementation. So what is the squad doing for those 2 weeks? Gagesha and Mosub have a week of that in free time.
Well, I'm probably catching up on paperwork. I imagine there's quite a bit.
Yeah. There's a stack almost as tall as the Baneblade you requisitioned. Well, your squad, not you personally. But you're the commissar of the squad, so the paperwork goes to you.
Mm-hmm. And I guess I would also be like putting the infantry through just like combined arms remedial training, just to get them used again to operating next to such a big tank in the field. Since I assume they don't normally operate that way.
They are trained in combined arm tactics as part of basic because the fleet fields a lot more vehicles than most infantry regiments. But it has been a while, and it takes them a few days to get back up to speed on it.
Right. And I want them up to scratch, and also it keeps the grunts busy while we're laid up.
Yeah.
You don't want grunts getting idle.
Especially not bored and idle.
Exactly.
I'm just having fun in the tank turret.
Alright, so Arcan's got a do 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 just going on his head while he's spinning around in the Baneblade's turret.
Yep.
I'm in the other tank's command seat, just firing restrained blasts of fire at practice targets. Whatever practice target may be.
Hey, Baldric, you should push your powers doing this. It'll be funny.
And then both the Baneblade and the Stormlord's reactors cook off, detonating, killing everybody.
No. No, they wouldn't just cook off. They would become demon hosts.
And then the
Underdark-
ammunition would cook off, and the demon host would be angrier.
Underdark, you're just dedicated to being like, okay, whatever Gilbert comes up with today, I'm gonna make it even worse.
It can always get worse. Always. And yeah, I guess I have been doing that today. Sorry.
No, it's not a complaint. I personally find it quite funny. So I think what we're at the worst thing that could happen to this point is that the stabilizers on the Bane Blade break down. It flips over as we're sinking underwater, and it's possessed and turned into a demon host.
While you're inside, but we're sleeping, so it's pitch black, and you have no idea what the orientation of the room around you is.
Right, and
And
there's
the
also a
magazine's
warp
gonna
storm
stop.
going on.
No, it's fine.
Well-
'Cause I spent 2 weeks in there. I know exactly how to get around. I'm good.
Well, there's already a warp storm that's kind of going on in the galactic neighborhood. What would be wrong is if there's a second warp storm going on.
A warp
No.
storm located
No, I got it.
entirely at this location in
As
your
it's sinking,
kitchen.
there are Necron scarabs cutting their way in, and all you hear, Mutate, is just repeated, like, high-pitched voices of, "We want your circuits, we want your circuits," as they're coming for you.
Well, it's also sinking in a warp storm while becoming
Yes.
a demon host.
Yes.
Fuck.
Let's not bring Slanesh into this.
That would make it worse, though.
It wouldn't make it worse.
That would also
Everything
make it
can
worse.
always be made worse by adding in more Slanesh.
Bring in Nurgle too.
No, we don't need to get freaky in here.
Where do you think the water came from?
Oh.
All right. Yeah, so as weeks pass. The schmucks have been keeping up with their training. Everyone who was in extended care has been eventually properly treated. Muthado's cybernetics are implanted. And a courier comes by. What is the little unarmored car called? I think it's a salamander.
I think that's the open top chimera that Caiaphas Cain is fond of.
Yeah, Tauros. An unarmed Tauros comes in with a message for the commissar.
I received
The-
said message.
Yeah, the driver steps out, salutes the whole kit and caboodle, hands you a handwritten letter, and then sees himself out of the base once again. And it is a letter from the colonel saying that the situation has been developing strangely. You're requested at the forward operating bays at your earliest convenience for a update. Then it also has a listed coordinates.
Okay.
The listed coordinates are in a different handwriting. You assume it's from the driver of the vehicle who wrote it down after he made it out of the relative danger.
Sure.
It would not be a good idea to write down coordinates for your command station while you're in the line of fire.
Against orcs, it doesn't really matter.
Yeah, but it's not just orcs anymore.
Well, we don't know that yet. Anyway, yeah. So I have us all mount up, and we get rolling. Single file with Baneblade, then the Chimera, then the Stormlord. The cavalry scouting forward and on the flanks.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the infantry's keeping pace with a brisk jog.
Yeah.
And it takes much longer getting there because your cruising speed is much lower since you're now in a tank with infantry support keeping up rather than a truck that everyone was on.
Good news is if you take into account all the stuff we smashed on the way here, we've basically just made them a new road.
You widened their road a bit. It's a 3-lane highway now instead of a 1-lane road. But you are able to reach the command bunker, and you get a lot of curious glances. A lot of the rear guard is poking their heads out of foxholes after their messenger goes to the bunker. And it seems most people were not expecting a super heavy armor convoy.
Well, those orcs aren't going to know what hit them. They weren't expecting me to take out their war boss either.
They certainly were not.
Right, well, I'll hop down from the Baneblade and walk over to the command tent to find out what's going on from the colonel. Going through all the necessary formalities and whatnot.
I mean, you have a Baneblade, a Stormlord, and you're a Lieutenant Commissar. You outrank like 90% of the people here. You can't just walk to the command tent.
Yeah, I know I can. That's what I do. But with the colonel, I'm observing all the necessary formalities.
Yeah. Yeah, the colonel is looking at a war map with 2 other people who are not from the fleet. One is a Cadian, the other is a Kriegsman. And Colonel acknowledges your entrance, the whole formalities thing, and says, well, from the sounds of it, you brought more support than we were expecting. That might be a good thing. I think we're going to need it.
Your message implied as much.
I want to call them turncoats, but I'm not honestly sure what's going on anymore with all of this. Have sent a courier. Apparently, the orcs were a useful but unfortunately necessary tool for them, and the planetary governor is suspected of heresy, which they are trying to root out and destroy. If we give them our assistance, they're pledging 70% of their forces, entire company to shock troops, yada yada. But the planetary governor has not had any formal accusations leveled against him, so this would technically be an act of treason, even if it is right. Until paperwork gets sorted out, which, given the Munitorum, might be several centuries. On the bright side, no one would hear about it in our lifetimes. We are.
You cannot wash away the stain of treason by making accusations of heresy.
From what I've been able to find out, the accusations are not entirely unfounded, just slightly exaggerated. I don't think there's a good answer here, and we haven't come to a consensus, which is part of the reason why we called you here. As far as the 3 of us are concerned, the call is yours. How do you want to proceed?
What are the status of the enemy orc forces?
Less cohesive than they were before. It seems they've got a civil war of their own. Now that their war boss is dead, they're all vying for the next position.
And these turncoats have turned their coat again against them, or are they still working in concert with the orcs?
The orcs were never among their ranks, as far as I could tell. They had some delegates sent over to the orcs to make sure they got in position, but I don't think they're even trying to keep in communication with the orcs anymore. I think they've cut that off as a loss.
Wait, what?
They've ditched the orc supplement idea.
The people who betrayed the Imperium of Mankind and joined up with the orcs have betrayed the orcs and are now trying to join back up with the Imperium to attack the governor, who is apparently a heretic.
Kill them all.
That is my intent. You can't trust a traitor. They have betrayed the Emperor, so they are going to die. As for this governor, what kind of heresy are we talking about here?
Denouncing the God Emperor of Mankind.
Oh,
And-
solves that issue.
Has he denounced the Emperor of Mankind, or is this simply the turncoats trying to cowardly save their own hides?
We haven't been able to confirm that one way or another. We do have some infiltrators still in the city trying to figure that out, and we'll keep you updated as that develops.
I assume the governor is holed up in his capital with the PDF.
It's the most likely. We've traced Fox communications from him. I don't know if that's being sent through a relay from a other bunker, but our best guess is his palace.
Okay. And has there been any evidence on the battlefield of what's the euphemism they use? I can't remember. Something.
Perfidy?
No, chaos. I'm talking about chaos. There's a euphemism they always use for it, though. Fuck, I can't remember it now. It's not unseen forces, but it's something like that.
Imperium?
No, like whenever you like have like the Imperium talking about the forces of chaos, they always refer to them as like, the unseen enemies or something like that. But it's a phrase. It's not unseen enemies. I just can't remember what it's called.
The arch enemy?
Yes, the arch enemies. And any sign of the arch enemy.
No sign more than Psychers tampering with the warp in some areas, but we haven't been able to figure out the extent of that yet.
Then I think this calls for a bit of subterfuge. I'll take my forces. They seem a reasonable force that you would send as a deep punch through. As I make gestures over like the turncoats, enemy lines, to link up with a allied force. I will make contact with the capital and attempt to gain access to the governor and ascertain whether or not accusations of heresy are warranted or just enemy propaganda. Should they be warranted, he will be arrested and brought before us.
Yeah,
If he's fully turned heretic, I will simply end him then and there.
The Kenyan seems not excited about the plan, but not upset. The Kriegsman doesn't seem, well, he seems like a Kriegsman. He doesn't seem to show emotion much at all, but there's a little bit of a droop in his shoulders. Maybe because he doesn't get to shell the city indiscriminately now. But your colonel nods and says, well, I wish you the best of luck, Commissar. The Emperor protects.
The Emperor does protect. That being said, there's no reason to be careless. Keep the guns warm. If the governor is in fact a heretic, it is likely that the PDF is entirely compromised, and we are going to need all of the fire support you can rain into that fortress.
Of course. We'll have at least a contingent of the fleet in the low orbit ready to assist too if you need that much firepower.
Hopefully, it's just enemy propaganda.
With any luck. But if we were here, luck wouldn't be enough.
Since when is the fleet's luck ever that good? But the formalities must, but we must, observe formality. We can't just kill someone just because we find it easier.
Well, some in the room might disagree, and there's a pointed glance at the Kriegsman.
Well, if the Kriegsman is looking for blood, I gesture to the traitor forces. Wipe them out.
Yeah, he just nods and he's getting the sense that his part of this discussion is done, so he's going to see himself out.
Okay. I'll turn to the colonel and be like, well, unless you or whatever the Cadian's rank is, or the let's assume he's a captain or a major, have anything else to add, I should get going.
No, well, you just brought more of a conclusion to a debate than we three managed to get to in 3 days, so if nothing else, thanks for that.
Of course. Commissariat is here to help and advise. And then with that, I will turn and leave. And I'll return to our squads, inform everyone that needs to be informed of the plan, of the governor might have become a heretic, or it's just enemy propaganda. We have to go find out, and to do that we have to basically punch through the traitor lines to reach a potentially different flavor of traitor. If he is a traitor, we have to kill them all. Valdrick, will you be able to sense any of the taint of chaos about anything going on in the capital?
That would be the Sinus Science skill to detect any disturbances in the warp. There is a prerequisite of being a psyker to be trained in it.
Well, I'm trained in it.
All right, then yes, you would have a chance to determine whether the warp has been obstructed or changed in any way. And the stronger the interference, the more likely you are to detect it.
All right, so just standard +0.
Are you checking around this base? It's not a divination skill. It is like the area around you.
So we're gonna shove you at. We're gonna rub you all over the governor and see if you ping off on chaos coming through him.
All right. I guess I would do that.
Okay,
All right.
excellent. Do keep an open channel and let us know if the warp starts getting squirrely. More than usual, anyway. And then we set off.
All right.
Just like a straight line right to the capital. If there's traders in the way, we just sort of just run them over.
Yeah. The so the capital is from the forward operation base. Wow, I can use my words again. From the FOB, it is beyond the horizon. You can see the palace sticking up over the horizon, and you can use that as a landmark to just point to the tank there and go. But as you get like an hour out of your fob, what was a woodlands has been replaced with a hellish landscape of artillery craters, more artillery craters, orbital artillery craters, razor wire, and foxholes. And the few people that are even remotely close to in the way of your path fucking run at the top speed away from you when you show up with a Beyblade hurtling at them.
Ah. So they're the smart vehicle. Got it.
I look at them really hard and look for chaos.
All right. Ba-ba-ba. Your psyker eyes don't see any heresy here.
Well,
No heresy detected yet, Kami-san.
At the very least, the archfoe has not reared its ugly head.
mm-hmm. But we do have like 2 sponson-mounted twin-linked heavy bolters. We got 2 turret-mounted las cannons. We don't need the big cannon, but basically these guys are running. We gun them down in the back.
I mean, the big cannon's got a coax.
Mm-hmm.
That's still an autocannon. It is a big cannon for a dude.
Well, my point is I don't think we need to waste Baneblade shells on like individual guys.
Mm.
We can waste everything else, but let's save the big guns for the big stuff.
Yeah. Like cities.
Or gates. Or palaces. Like, I'm not so much like going to request a meeting with the governor as in I am driving through his front door and saying hello.
All right. Yeah. You are, as a whole, competent enough to gun down pretty much everyone in the way or within weapons range. And you will be getting to the gates of the city at late afternoon at this rate. You'll have maybe a couple hours of sun left.
Okay. I signal them to open the gates. We do not slow.
Yeah.
I assume a Baneblade can drive through these gates.
Oh, absolutely. These gates are meant to stop like cars, slightly large trucks. A Chimera could probably burst through the gates.
Yeah, I just informed them I'm coming in, open your gate. And I don't slow down.
The gate isn't even big enough to open all the way for a Baneblade, but they do their best.
I checked
You
the
still break
guards
through
for
it.
heresy.
Check the guards for heresy.
Meanwhile, I am out of the I am like that image I posted where I'm just sitting like on top of the turret, like in the command seat.
All right. You
Do I
check
detect any chaos or heresy with my science?
check the guards for heresy. They don't feel like heretics, but something's fucking with the warp ahead of you. It's coming from the direction of the palace, but you don't get a location from it.
Something's up with the warp in that direction. And I point to the palace.
I assume I'm like over the Vox, and you're sitting inside your tank. I assume you're referring to the palace.
Yes.
Right. Well, that's where we're going anyway. Yeah, we just keep going down the road towards the palace.
All right.
Like we're a fucking Baneblade, unless they got fucking knights. They stopped for us, not the other way around.
Yeah. Your sponsons are chewing up the house fronts on the sides of the road. These are meant for like single lanes of traffic, not Baneblades. But you're in a fucking Baneblade. That's a them problem, not a you problem.
Yeah, I'm a commissar in a Baneblade. They are shitting themselves, I assume.
Speaking of which, go ahead and give me an intimidate test with a plus 40 because you're in a fucking Baneblade. And you got a second Baneblade trailing behind you.
Okay, let's see. That apparently uses strength of all things.
You can use Fellowship or Willpower if those are better.
They are much better.
I would assume they're both better.
Yes. Well, apparently I'm not
53
that
plus 40.
intimidating. Yeah, my fellowship's 53.
With a plus 40?
Oh, I didn't hear the plus 40. No, my base fellowship is 53. 43 to be a 93,
Okay.
so I would have done.
Yeah. Yeah. There are several cars that turn onto the road towards you, see a fucking Baneblade, and do a 180 and just start hauling ass ahead of you.
Yeah, okay. I mean, we're only able to do 25 kph, so the car can probably easily outpace us.
Yeah, but these people are just hauling ass down the road, and luckily, people are going to see a car hauling ass and decide they want to be somewhere else. It means you'll get a little bit less debris caught in the tracks. But you are basically uncontested getting to the front gate of the palace, which is meant for people, not for super heavy tanks. But when does that stop to you, Commissar?
It doesn't. We are rolling right up to the front door of the palace.
All right. Psyker, if you'd like to give me another sign of science to see if you can get a little bit better of a location now that you're at the area. This whole place kind of reeks of it.
Man, I need some inspiration, you know?
You know, you would have the inspiration from the Commissar, but it also wouldn't help that roll very much.
It's a plus 10, so he would have passed it.
He would pass, but that would still only tell him that this place is at least the right place-ish. He had, now 3 degrees of success on the other one if he had the inspiration back then, which I guess he would have. So you know it's coming from around the palace, but you don't get a location inside of the palace or outside. Okay.
Right. Does a Baneblade have loudspeakers?
It doesn't just have loudspeakers, it has very loud speakers.
Ooh, quick question.
Quick answer.
Could I have a natural perception too? Does that add 2 degrees of success to this? Because this is a perception type roll.
Hmm. It is, but I don't think power armor really has. Fuck it. The power armor given to a psyker would have subsystems for dealing with disturbances in the Empyrean. Yeah, you're able to tell that whatever warp disturbance you're feeling is coming somewhere from about halfway up the palace. You're not sure which floor, but it's only like 7 floors. So you can pin it down to like the 4th or 5th floor, probably.
Commissar, it's coming from the 4th or 5th floor.
Do I hear this?
I would relay it to you. I would tell you possible target inside the structure between the 4th and 5th floor. Elevate, but hold fire.
Oh, I'm already elevating.
And then I get on the very loud speakers. This is Commissar Mosab Tenebris. Governor, insert governor name here. Present yourself at the front gate immediately. You have 10 seconds to comply.
Commissar, not to steal your thunder, but he might not be able to get here in 10 seconds.
He's probably fat and has a very long driveway.
That's the whole point.
That is his problem, not mine.
Fair enough.
There is some thumping that you can barely hear between the blasting of the engines. Even idling, these Baneblades are fucking loud when there's 2 of them. And the governor runs into the 3rd floor window, holds up a finger, trying to buy time, and then he starts running down.
I'm on the loudspeaker. 5, 4,
Cricket with the jump.
3, 2, 1.
You get to 1, he just jumps out the 2nd floor window, and you hear a crack.
Governor's fucking dead.
I lean over and like, did he just did he die?
Are we certain he was a traitor? I don't think a traitor would be so accommodating for a commissar.
You can get out and check, but he does push himself up after a bit, and he has, from the looks of it, broken his leg.
Gutgasha, would you be so kind as to assist the governor over to the Baneblade?
Yeah, the guy's shin is not supposed to bend like that.
Can I check the governor for heresy?
I walk over
go-
and lift the governor up, carrying him over to the thing. Dropping it.
Yeah, Gutgasher, that is a trivial task for you. Psyker, go ahead and roll me sign of science. Because you're checking a guy who's like 10 meters from you, get a plus 10 from it.
What do you think?
I don't think that 71 is going to pass. The warp is just being too weird today.
Yeah.
Okay.
Think
What
this
is the governor's name, by the way?
That's a good question. I had a name for him. I don't remember what it
Governor.
is, and I can't find it in my notes.
Governor.
We'll call him Greg.
Okay. Governor Greg. Pleasure to meet your acquaintance. Sorry I haven't had time to visit your palace, but things have been a bit busy, and I'm afraid some information has come to light that requires you to explain yourself.
Yeah, he just kind of looks up at you blankly, and he might be a little bit going into shock. I feel it. I should mention the second floor window was a 15-meter drop.
Oh, sweet Jesus, 15 meters?
Yes, he very nearly died from that alone.
Okay, I will attend to the governor.
Yeah, Muthated, can you keep him alive?
Yeah, I'll do a medical check.
Sorry, when you said second story, I was thinking 15 feet, not 15 meters.
You
This
forgot
is a
the,
planetary
imperial.
governor's palace.
Yeah, you forgot imperial scaling.
Yeah, I forget that like each of their floors is like 10 meters tall.
Yeah.
Each of their floors is the size of a suburban house, and then some.
All right. Yeah, I gotta give this guy first aid.
So I think it affects the first aid test if he's heavily wounded. Strangely enough, jumping almost 50 feet will hurt.
We do have the advanced medikit though.
Yeah. That's a plus 20 from the advanced medikit, minus 10 from heavily damaged.
Plus 10 for my inspiration.
You know, I really did manage to capture the vibe of the tech priest from Rogue Trader with this. Just never failing the check.
Oh, this is something that needs me to use my brain. I got it.
All right, knuckle draggers.
Yeah, with your superior Mechanicus skills and equipment, you are able to partially repair. It will still need some time to properly heal on the inside. This guy's shin and set it in place. Still seems kind of vacant in the upstairs compartments.
Like he's concussed?
Uh,
Or like warp fuckery is being done to his brain and he's not actually like all there.
go ahead and give me a scrutiny
Like
test.
some Eldar psyker witch is involved. Can't trust the Eldar. Sorry, what?
Go ahead and give me a scrutiny test.
Scrutiny. Perception.
I mean, anyone can try it. Or everyone, if you feel so inclined.
Well, since I'm standing right there. It's minus 20 if you're not trained in it, right?
Yes.
Somehow the commissar is actually not trained in scrutiny.
What?
I'm a commissar that leads from the front. I don't deal with the back end bullshit.
I'll approach, put my hand over him, and search for warp stuff.
As all the weirdos start staring at him and like going woo 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 woo, whoa. Psych is reading his mind. I'm checking if he's got a concussion.
What happens if you try to cast Wololo on someone who's not on the enemy team?
They look
You heal
what
them.
everybody else sees.
Well, these guys are sure enjoying they're playing D&D.
What, do you not shake your head violently and like thrust your arms up into the air when you play?
All the time.
What do you think I've been doing all of today? Alright, yeah, you're not able to discern a reason for him not having any dogs barking right now.
I would call it like a hip flask that has like a bit of alcohol in it. You know, some of that Amasec we found. And I like wafted under his nose to see if that focuses him. I know how these governor types work.
Uh, you know what? That's funny. What skill would that be?
Charm?
I'll allow it. That's doubly funny.
I got him to jump out a window. Now I'm going to be charming. Alright.
Bad commissar, good commissar, apparently.
Yes, but we only have one, so I have to play both roles. God damn it.
Unfortunately, he does see you swapping from the bad commissar hat to the good commissar hat. The jig might be up here.
But he is focusing now.
Wait, what's the difference? One has a really grim-looking skull on it. The other one's got like a skull that's smiling.
No,
Yeah.
no.
No,
See, if I tilt the hat forward, that's Mr. Angry Commissar.
he
Oh,
tilts
that's
the
also
hat
why
forward.
you're bad at scrutiny tests. The brim is covering your eyes.
Exactly.
Yeah, when he tips the hat forward, the skull on it gets angry eyebrows.
It was put in there because some like low-level AdMech guy I saved from a sticky situation once, and as a thank you, he animated part of my hat.
It's a holographic.
That guy didn't know it, but it was a little bit of Archaeotech that he used. It's a very fancy commissar hat now.
Oh man, I was just picturing like those holographic trading cards.
Yeah, those are Archaeotech now.
Yeah, I mean that's all it is. But
Along with toasters.
hey, now we don't discuss the sacred equipment.
What any tech priest does in the privacy of his own laboratory is his business.
Right up until it becomes my business. And if it's not my business, boy, that's when the Inquisition's getting involved. Right, so yeah, I like waft some nice alcohol. I take a swig of it because I've opened it and that's just not done.
Yeah, like his eyes are tracking the movement, but they're a little bit too clouded over for there to be any thoughts going on in his head.
Right, I know another way that we might be able to shock him into this. Arcan, fire.
Fire! Kaboom.
We were
And
targeting the
Arcan-
center of that psychic disturbance.
And
That
Arcan
valve.
is in the Baneblade's main gun.
Oh yeah.
Arcan, go ahead and give me a ballistic skill test. You have a -20 because you're effectively firing blind at a point in a building somewhere.
Alright, but I was also aiming.
You were
Like-
aiming, and you're in point blank range.
Alright, so would that be a full aim? Because I've been aiming at that spot for a while.
Yes, that would be full aim.
Excellent.
And is he inspired by my actions?
Naturally. Which now also adds a +4 to damage if you're having your comrade. help with the aiming.
Mhm.
That 4 damage is going to be a very important part of the fucking Bane Blade anti-everything cannon.
Yeah.
I mean, its main gun only does 3d10 plus 15, pen 10.
Yeah, yeah. With a blast of 12.
And a concussive of 3.
Yeah. So what's the pluses from all that?
Full aim is a plus 20. Point blank is a plus 30. Comrade
-20.
Affection is
Uh-huh.
a yeah,
And then comrade half action adds what?
is a plus 5. So it's a total plus 35.
Nice.
Oh, 45 because it's single fire.
Fucking drilled it.
Go ahead and roll damage.
Oh, I shall. So let's see.
I'll double check what the concussive does. Mm. Uh-huh. Uh, what happens when you knock a building prone?
Squish.
It collapses. Yeah.
Okay, that means fun things get to happen here. Ba-ba-ba. Let's see. Oh boy. And then oh. Oh. All right. Yeah, you fold this building in half on top of itself. There is a lot of screaming, a lot of dying. The walls are repainted red inside. And then the walls fall in on themselves and repaint them with dust. Let's see, what are those perils of the warp? Soul Steer. That psyker is very dead. So those 2d5 corruption points don't matter. That's another Soul Seer. What's 7? Warp Burn. Another only for the psyker. 38. Oh. Okay. And then where is Perils? 57. These are the really fun ones. Could everyone just real quick pick a number between 1 and 100?
50.
40.
140, 96, 50. We'll stick Mr. at 100 if he's not here. All right. That's not one of you. Where was I? 73. And this is a different. Why did that? Go to DMs. Ba-ba-ba. And 43 is very dead anyway, so that doesn't matter. And then all right. How close did you have the Bane Blade to the front door of the palace? Out of
And-
curiosity.
10 meters away.
Wonderful. There's an ominous storm cloud forming over the palace. And then it starts raining blood.
I execute the
And
governor.
all right. Governor is executed. And this cloud starts raining blood on the front half of the Baneblade.
Turns out it was a totally mundane blood splatter. From all the...
I order the driver to back up 5 meters so we can like rinse off the front of the Bane blade.
Wait, hold on. If we park 10 meters away, the governor practically jumped out of the window and landed on the front.
Almost.
He landed like 2 meters from your front bumper. You could have turned and run him over.
Yeah, but I wanted to interrogate him first. Unfortunately, he was so caught up in the archenemy's plot that nothing for it.
All right.
And I want to be clear, when I say I execute, I mean I shot him in the head with an Inferno bolt round.
Oh yeah, it is horrific to anybody who is not basking in the glory of the death of the Imperium's enemies.
Good. So, bonus inspiration to everybody.
Yay! Does confetti pop out?
I don't know. Do you have the Mechanicus confetti launcher?
Sure. Why the fuck not? I have it on the utility mechadendrite.
This guy actually had the Mechanicus confetti launcher implanted into his spine's bone marrow, except he got shot in the head by a incendiary bolter shell, so it's all on fire when it comes popping out.
Yay!
All right.
So yeah, we back up a bit. Is there anything moving in this heretical rubble?
Go ahead and give me what is the awareness, I think.
Actually, let's just shoot it again anyway.
Well, I want to direct you to where to shoot.
Oh, I
Yeah.
don't think I don't need to worry about it.
Awareness and the psyker has the option of sign of science with a plus 20.
All right, sign of science. And I'm also inspired.
Yes. Mm.
Nah, I don't like that roll.
Yeah, fuck
Are
it.
you sure? It's
Alright.
only like 15 minutes past when we usually call it for the night. I'm sure you're going to need that inspiration later tonight. Oh, my chicken went cold.
All the cool kids push their powers.
That's 3 success with and then +2 for unnatural perception.
know, there wasn't anything you could tell before besides that warp fuckery on the 4th or 5th floor, but something below the rubble now. There's something angry.
I get on the intercom and tell the demolisher cannon gunner to fire at the rebel.
Scarbrand hates having his entrance ruined by Baneblades.
Right? Like,
So should I roll for the gunner that is not me?
Yeah, you might as well.
What would the gunner's ballistic skill be?
This gunner is one of the guys you picked up at the logistics base, right?
Yes.
He's got a 35.
Excellent. All right.
shit, he's better than me.
Yeah, he's supposed to be a rifleman. You're supposed to be the inspiration that everyone within the Imperium looks up to.
And they do.
Yeah, you've done your job flawlessly. The fact that you're also comparable, if not equal to a rifleman, is just icing on the cake.
Well,
I picture the commissar that dumps his ballistic skill and he goes to like execute a guardsman. He just keeps fucking missing.
My commissar's so kind. He's only fired warning shots at me. I mean, sure, it's been 17, 18 now, but he only fires warning shots. He doesn't hit me. Well, the commissar just wondering why the hell his bullets never come out straight.
goddamn sights on this thing are crooked. I'll have to have the Mechanicus look at it. We were always like holding the gun like gangsta style.
Tech Priest looks over the bolt pistol. The issue is between the trigger and your head.
The barrel's 3 sizes too wide. The bolts are keyholing before they're even out of the chamber. All right.
What? Wait, why the fuck is that guy holding his nuts and hopping?
Gangsta
Why
style
would you not
shooting.
holding?
I thought that was just turning the gun. I didn't know it was
Well, he's
hold
doing
your
that
nuts
too.
and jump.
Well, you gotta like
Never-
jump and try to like
yeah.
circle strafe around the
Yeah.
guy.
Yeah,
It works in Call of Duty.
I mean, you've never seen Thug Life, man. I'm telling you, that's how you do it. You got to turn it sideways and hold your ball so you get perfect shot accuracy.
Yeah, you gotta hop around to avoid getting
And
shot
hop
from
on one
return
foot.
fire.
Yeah, so you get it ups your accuracy. Trust me.
Well, you see, what you're doing here, Gilbert, is you're turning every shot into that 1 in a million shot.
All right. I think a 23 will hit. 40-10 plus 20 explosive, pen 10. That is some damage. Blast is only 10. And don't mind the rolls happening. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. All right. Yeah, if everyone could make me a willpower test.
Hold on, I got
Yeah.
something for that. Yeah, like talents and stuff that affect stuff like that. Anyway, sorry, continue. I'll read up on what I need to say.
If it affects your talents, this is a fear test from a warp-based entity.
Okay, so, if you are within 10 meters of me, you ignore all fear and pinning. Because we have into the jaws of hell.
Uh-huh.
Immune to the effects of fear and pinning, as long as they're within 10 meters of me.
Given that the Baneblade is almost 10 meters in either direction. You get the Baneblade crew, most of the Chimera crew in that.
Okay. The other thing is, I also have Radiant Presence, so everyone within 20 meters gets plus 10 to willpower tests against fear and intimidation.
That will apply to everybody.
Also, is this another Psyker's use of power?
Not quite.
Okay.
This wasn't a Psyker fucking with the warp this time. I'll leave what that means to your imagination.
Because if it was a Psyker, I could have used my reaction to just attempt to nullify their use of power.
Ah. That is a useful skill to have. That would have been useful if you had breached the building instead of removing the building from the map.
Interestingly enough, none of my abilities actually affect myself.
Huh.
However, I have Iron Discipline.
So we get
the character,
plus
blah blah
20
blah.
for the
If the player
Commissar, and then
character
a plus
fails a
for-
fear or pinning test, he only fails if the roll was a double.
Ooh. Vulture, what was your question?
So we need to make a willpower test, and we get plus 20 from the Commissar, and then a plus 10 for inspiration.
No, plus
Yes,
10 within 20.
And the willpower test is at a minus 20. So it would be
So it's flat because the plus 10's in the 20. So 20 minus 20.
yes. All right, you are not horrifically feared, but you have reason to be. As the hold in the warp is lingering, you're able to get a better feel for what it is. Something has opened a portal in the basement of the rubble of this palace, going right into the warp. And I think, given to the time, that's where we should call it for the night.
Okie dokie.
Real space